I'd like to raise a serious question today. Do Singaporeans have a love-hate relationship with retirement? Why do I even ask this question? Allow me to share with you an analogy of an arranged marriage to illustrate this. Typically, during an arranged marriage, both the bride's family and the groom's family, typically the parents, will come together to choose for each other. The options to choose who the bride or the groom should be is usually chosen by the parents. They are the ones who arrange it. Even right down to the wedding details, the planning, the timing, everything is all organized for the bride and the groom. In short, if you are the bride or the groom, you have very little options to choose from. Everything is pretty much arranged for you. Now, bringing back to the context of retirement for Singaporeans, isn't it pretty much the same? Isn't retirement kind of like arranged already for Singaporeans by default? Arrange things like when can you get to retire, how long you have to work, how much payout do you get when you do retire, and even when you retire, you are recommended to downgrade your house, to sell your car so that you have more money for your retirement, which actually means you are supposed to downgrade your lifestyle as well. Now, who are the two main corporates responsible for arranging your retirement for you in the context of Singapore? I give you two. The first main party is the government, and the second one are your financial planners. First, the government. They decide when your retirement age should be, which is the age of 65 when your CPF gets paid out. Well, actually at 55, you are supposed to already make that decision because that's when you lock in the minimum sum and the different kinds of retirement scheme that you choose to be, which is again arranged by them. The second culprits are the financial planners. Well, as early as in your 20s, you might have already decided for the next 30-40 years how much money you're actually going to put into your retirement without actually really understanding the financial world, what kind of investments there are out there, and locking early in your plan so that you can actually pay lesser premiums. Just to qualify, I'm not referring to insurance. Now, insurance is important, especially life policies and health insurance that actually have a coverage for you in case of medical emergencies. I'm actually referring to investment-linked policies that lock you in for many years without you understanding what the investment is about. And guess who is profiting from all these policies that you lock in for a longer period of time? Yes, your financial planners, because they are actually commission-based, and that's what they would actually prioritize first. Now, for the average Singaporeans, if you're going to leave your financial future and your retirement in the hands of these two parties, the government and the financial planner, do you honestly think they have your best interest at heart and will make your money work the hardest for you ever? And don't forget, you're entirely missing out the chances to learn about investments, to learn how to make your money grow for yourself while you're leaving your money in the hands of all these people. Hi everyone, I'm John, one half of the Corporate Breakout Couple. I hope the long introduction earlier has given you some serious thoughts and considerations about your retirement future. Before we continue, allow me to share a bit more about this channel. My wife, Fran and I, we are financially free and we early retire at the age of 40 in 2020. On this channel, we discuss a lot of topics around breaking out of the corporate rat race, early retirement, and financial literacy so that we can discuss about how we can help you and support you on your financial journey. We believe that it is everybody's individual responsibility to take charge of your own personal finance and hold the financial responsibility of your own retirement future. After all, who is the one responsible for having enough retirement savings to last you for the rest of your life? It's you. Who's the one who needs the money for medical expenses? It's you as well. And who is the one who's responsible for spending money? And it's you again. Therefore, I urge you not to relinquish control over your finances and put your money blindly in the hands of others. Recently, in an article by Straits Times, GIC, the Government Investment Corporation of Singapore, posted a 3.9% annualized return over a period of 20 years. The sovereign wealth fund GIC posted its weakest 20 years rolling returns in 4 years on the back of lower returns in recent years and stubborn inflation. And just 1 year ago in 2023, it was actually at 4.6%. Let me put things in perspective for you. When GIC reports that they post a lower annualized return at 3.9% for the last 20 years, and it's because of inflation and because of lower returns in the world, there's actually nothing you can do about it. There's a simple truth here when somebody takes your money. You need to understand when people take your money, whether it's from the government, from the financial planner, or from the banks, they are going to take your money and they're going to spin it and spin money for themselves. That's the first thing that they're going to do. I hate to say this, but if you're naive enough to think that when people take your money and they say they have your best interest at heart, you might want to rethink that. You have to first understand that the government, the financial institutions, the banks, or all these financial planning companies, they have a job to do, which is running the business or running the country. So it is in their interest and serving their purpose to make the money spin as hard as possible for themselves. So when you put your money with these guys, you're not only losing control and relinquish it to them, you are missing out the entire opportunity to learn about the game of money for yourself. So my fellow Singaporeans, if you are not doing something about learning about money or learning about investments, you are missing out the entire opportunity cost, your entire life on how to make your money work hard for you such that you can have a financially secure retirement. Now, I want to talk about the title of today's video. Do Singaporeans have a love-hate relationship with retirement? When you talk about retirement, there's actually a very important component that's right in the center of it before you even talk about retirement. And what is that? That is your job, your career. If you think about it, the arranged marriage concept actually started when you were a kid, isn't it? When you started going through your 15-20 years of education, it has already been arranged for you, such that you are ready for the working world to do what? For most of us, is to hold a job. Now, for many of us when we are young adults, I'm pretty sure we were all lost and confused about choosing the discipline where we're going to have a career for the next 40 to 50 years and build over it, whether it's a science degree, an engineering degree, medical degree even. It wasn't really a choice that we were entirely sure that we're going to stuck with for the rest of our lives, wasn't it? So the concept of arranged marriage continues because when you first land your job, maybe it's a marketing job, you get a job as a marketing executive, you thought that something interesting, you want to try it out, and then as you stay longer in the industry, in that particular job role, you kind of get stuck with it because that's the one that will kind of pay you, the most pay and give you the best career advancement at that point of time, and you stop exploring all other options. And when you do that for the next 40, 50 years of your life, isn't this entire thing like an arranged marriage? So right now, if you're working in a job for let's say 10, 20 years and you're feeling stuck in that job role, feeling like you have very little options and very little to choose from and things are not within your control, is entirely understandable because everything has been pre-arranged for you. The only little control that you might have during the course of your career is where you can spend money in form of a retaliation, in form of making yourself feel better temporarily, and that is why many people don't have a great relationship with money as well, and they avoid learning about money, they avoid learning about investments because money itself, which is the reason why you are working at your job, is the very reason that turns you off. So if you have this poor relationship with money where you avoid thinking about it, you avoid saving for your financial future, but yet at the same time you want to spend money to make yourself feel better, this is exactly the reason why people do not think about retirement and have a love-hate relationship. This is the reason why people have a love-hate relationship with retirement, because everybody will love to retire, but they hate thinking about it, they hate planning for it because first of all, you need to conquer and master money in order to be able to be secured in your financial retirement. Now, this is something I'd like you to understand. Like it or not, retirement is coming, whether it's by a default age or not, because we'll all get there eventually. I urge you to start planning and start working on it as soon as possible because that will really get you to a more comfortable stage in life later. Yes, it's difficult to break out the current rat race cycle. Yes, it's difficult to start building a side hustle, start building a new investing skill set. It's not easy, but if you are able to stay consistent and disciplined and make that small step and build the momentum from it, and guarantee you will have a much better retirement than not doing anything about it at all. So build up that sense of adventure to go and try something on the other side, experience something new, take a little risk, and I promise you the rewards are well worth it because that is actually taking control back over your life and you don't have to let everything be arranged for you. Financial freedom should be something that everybody should target for, because with financial freedom comes time freedom. With time freedom, that allows you the time and space to create whatever you want in your life that can ultimately bring you joy and fulfillment. Fran and I are huge advocates of financial education and financial literacy, and that's the reason why we started conducting free masterclasses on financial literacy, about breaking out the rat race, and about early retirement. So come join us on these free masterclasses which we conduct on Zoom webinars so that we can support you on your financial goals. At the end of the day, if you want to have a great relationship with retirement, solve the money problem. Tackle the money challenge head on, and I guarantee you will have a much better life. Otherwise, I'm John, one half of the Corporate Breakout Couple. I'm signing off. Do hit the like button and subscribe to join our YouTube family, and see you in the next video.